Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video we're going to be going through the circumference of a circle. The circumference of a circle is one of the most fundamental formulas in maths, but if you don't understand how it works, you'll make simple mistakes in geometry, measurement and exam questions. For example, many students are given a radius and accidentally use it as a diameter, or they forget whether to use 2 pi r or pi times diameter. A question might ask for the distance around a circular track with a radius of 7 meters, and using the wrong formula immediately leads to an incorrect answer. In this video, I'm going to clearly explain what circumference actually represents, how to use both forms of the formula correctly, and how to confidently solve exam-style questions without making these common mistakes. So, starting off with this diagram here, you can see the difference between the circumference, radius, and diameter. So basically what the circumference means is the distance along the outside of the circle. It will have to be a complete circle. I know the arrow shows it just ends there, but it's from this point all the way around back to this point. Looking at the radius is basically a straight line from the center of the circle to any part touching the circle. So the radius could be from this center part up to here, or the center part down to here. That would all be considered the radius as long as it starts from that center point there. And then moving on to diameter, the diameter represents the distance across the middle of the circle. So it starts at one end, you draw a straight line down the circle, it crosses this center part here and intercepts the circle at the other end there in a straight line. So a diameter could be from here to here, as long as it's a straight line going through the middle of the circle. That's the diameter of the circle. So something you might have noticed, the radius is exactly half of the diameter. So let's write that down. Radius equals half of the diameter, or you could write the diameter is twice the size of the radius, because if you, let's add another line here, this line here would also be the radius from the center of the circle to the outside of the circle, but if you connect it with this radius here, you get what is essentially a diameter. So that's why diameter is 2 times the radius. Now if we look at some real world applications that might show up on exams, you might have a question that asks what is the diameter of the pizza, or the length of the center of the pizza basically. So when you're looking at diameter, again, you're looking at 2 points on the pizza that crosses through the midline and makes a straight line. And you might have another question like, what is the distance around the track? And when it's asking for something like that, you're going to calculate the circumference, because that's going to give you the distance around the track. Okay. Moving on, a key formula that you're going to be using when you're doing these sorts of questions is C equals 2 pi r. And what this represents is how you're going to find the circumference. So again, if we look over here, C stands for circumference, R stands for radius. So if we color code it, you'll have C equals 2 pi r. And again, if we take into account this information that we worked out up here, where the radius is half of the diameter, or the diameter is twice the radius, you can actually substitute this information into there if you're only given the diameter. So, moving on to some exam style questions. We're going to find the circumference when the radius equals 5. So let's rewrite the formula. C equals 2 pi r. Remember, if there's nothing in between those there's secretly a times. So we're going to write that as C equals 2 times pi times r. Okay. Now, this question's fairly simple. You know what you're trying to find, which is the circumference, and it's given you the radius to plug into the formula. So you've got C equals 2 times pi, and then remember pi is equal to 3.14, and so on and so forth, but generally we find with just 3.14 times the radius, which is 5. Now, if you don't have a calculator in this exam, don't stress. You can treat pi as a letter like X or Y, even though it does have a value, which we found up here. But in a non-calc exam, you can just leave this as 10 pi, because 2 times 5 is 10, and you can just leave pi like that. But if you do happen to have your calculator, if you put in 10 pi or 2 times pi times 5, you'll get 31.416. So that's 3 decimal places. Now, in this question, it doesn't give you units like meters or kilometers, so you can just leave it. But look out for that in exams, because you might lose some marks if you don't put in your units. Okay, moving on. So we're using diameter to find the circumference of the circle, where diameter is 12. It always helps to draw the circle when you're starting out with these questions. So if the diameter is 12, that's what the circle would look like. Again, writing down the formula, C equals 2 times pi times the radius. This one's a bit different because it's giving you the diameter here and the radius is in the formula, but that's why we made the connection up here that radius is half of the diameter, or the diameter is 2 times the radius. So that way you can change the formula to include the diameter instead of the radius, and I'll show you how. So we had the radius as half of the diameter. Because they're equal, you can sub this in completely. So the formula changes to circumference is equal to 2 times pi times half of the diameter. You can always cancel out these 2's, and then you're left with C is equal to pi times the diameter. And that way we can sub in this 12 here. So you're left with C is equal to 12 pi. If you put that in your calculator, you're left with circumference is 37.699. So that's the answer to that one there. Moving on. Okay, this one's even more different. The circumference is 20 pi. Find the radius. So always start with writing down the formula. C is equal to 2 pi r. And if you're given the circumference, 20 pi is equal to 2 pi r, and then you would just solve for r. So from here you can start by dividing both sides by 2 pi. So you've got 20 pi over 2 pi is equal to 2 pi r over 2 pi. These two cancel out, and then you're left, this cancels out, this turns into 10, and you're left with 10 is equal to r. The radius is equal to 10. So that's the answer to that one there. Okay, now I'm going to get you guys to try and find the circumference using the radius and the diameter. And for the more advanced questions, you're going to be trying to find the radius and diameter from the circumference. So to make it easier, I've written down the formulas that you're going to use, both using the radius and diameter. Try not to refer to that because you're going to have to really memorize this formula here and get used to substituting diameter in for the radius. But have a go at those, and then I'll be back with worked solutions. Okay, I hope you try those by yourselves, but we're going to start off with this question here. Find the circumference when the radius is equal to 3. So this one's pretty easy. You just got to plug in the radius into the formula. So C is equal to 2 times pi times 3, because that's what the radius is given there, and you're left with 6 pi. If you put that into your calculator, you end up with 18.84. So that's the answer to the first one. Okay, moving on to number 2, find the circumference when the radius is equal to 7. So same as before, C is equal to 2 times pi times 7, which gives you 14 pi. If you put that into your calculator, you end up with 43.98. Okay, moving on to the harder questions. Find the circumference of a circle when the diameter is 10. So for that, we're going to be using this bottom formula here. So circumference is equal to pi times 10, because that's the diameter, which gives you 10 pi. You put that into your calculator, you end up with 31.42. Moving on to the second one, find the circumference when the diameter is 15. So same process as before. C is equal to pi times 15, which gives you 15 pi. If you put that in your calculator, you get 47.12. And moving on to the harder questions, if the circumference is 16, find the radius. So we're going to be using this top formula here, formula number 1, because you're trying to find the radius, and out of the two, that's the only formula that's got radius in there. So rewriting the formula, C equals 2 pi r. I'm going to scroll down. The C is equal to 16 pi, which is equal to 2 pi times the radius. Same as before, you can divide both sides by 2 pi. So 16 pi over 2 pi, and 2 pi r over 2 pi. These two cancel out, and this cancels out, so you're left with 8. So the radius is equal to 8. So that one was a little bit tricky, but with a lot of practice, they become really easy. So moving on to the last one, we're going to be using the second formula because you're looking for the diameter, and it's got diameter in the formula. So C is equal to pi times the diameter. Circumference is 25 pi is equal to pi times the diameter. Divide both sides by pi. That cancels out there, and the pi's cancel out there, and you're left with the diameter equaling 25. We've got one more question for the video. So find the circumference when radius equals 8. So this one's pretty easy compared to the other ones we've done. So again, with the formula, C equals 2 pi r, because you've got the radius in the question, so you use this formula instead of the other one, which turns into C equals 2 pi times 8. C is equal to 16 pi. If you put that in your calculator, you end up with 50.265. And then I've summarized the keynotes for the video today. You've got the diagram with circumference, radius, diameter, real world applications, all of the formulas that we used in the video, and some common mistakes that you're going to want to try and avoid in exams. So that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed.